another disturbing trend to tell you about. This is your health. A new study says Canadians are getting heavier and heavier, and a dangerous tipping point is fast approaching.
Dr. Gabriela Prada is the Conference Board's Director of Health Innovation Policy and Evaluation. She's joining us now from Ottawa. Well, Dr. Prada, when it comes to health, where did you rank Newfoundland and Labrador in terms of the other Canadian provinces and territories?
So Newfoundland ranked number 26 out of 29 comparative regions.
So that is not a good ranking.
Yeah, it's actually the bottom ranked province among Canada. So what we
of weight. Statistics Canada says people in St. John's are tipping the scales at a rate that has gained us some special recognition right across Canada. NTV's Heather Gillis has the story.
35% of people living in this province consider themselves obese. The obese come to health and fitness coach Tanya Whittle for good reason. She's helped more than 100 people lose up to 100 pounds each.
And people need to make a lifelong commitment to fitness and wellness and eating properly in order to maintain a healthy weight. So I see a lot of people come in through my doors. By the time they make it to me, they've tried everything. They've spent sometimes in the vicinity of $30,000 to $50,000 on weight loss, on quick fix gimmicks, products, surgeries.
For people living with obesity every day, the extra pounds can bring a litany of health problems like heart attack and increased risk of diabetes. StatsCan's new numbers show we've got a long way to go to reverse this troubling trend. Heather Gillis, NTV News.
Hi, I'm Tanya Whittle from TW Fitness, and I'm extremely passionate about health and wellness, especially here at home in Newfoundland, Canada. As you can see from the introductory clips, we are facing a health crisis of epic proportions. Newfoundland has been named the fattest province in the country. Our health has reached all-time lows, while our waistlines are reaching all-time highs. It's time to talk about the real issues behind obesity, and that we live in a culture of silence that creates a culture of obesity. I've been in the fitness industry for over 10 years, and I can tell you that we are not facing a weight issue. The weight is a symptom of a much larger problem, and the culture of silence that we're living in that tells us that we can't talk about the issues such as anxiety, depression, abuse, mental illness, and our have-not culture continues to perpetuate society today. And our modern culture is left to deal with all of the emotional and mental health issues through addictive behaviors, using food, alcohol, drugs, and anything else at our fingertips to numb the pain of the things that society tells us that we can't talk about. This is an extremely important conversation to have because it can change the game for Newfoundland and bring us into a healthier way of living. It's time to break the culture of silence and start talking about these real issues and the real cause of obesity in Newfoundland, Canada. And while we're unique as a province, we're certainly not unique in this problem. Obesity has become a global epidemic. And I know that when we break the silence here in Newfoundland, that this can lead to a much bigger, eye-opening experience for the rest of Canada and even the world. I'm spearheading a documentary called The Culture of Silence that's creating a culture of obesity, where we're gonna have real conversations with leaders in the health and wellness community, as well as leaders who can create this massive change that we desperately need for our province. This documentary is going to provide groundbreaking concepts that can change the face of obesity, what we know a weight issue to be, and what it actually is, and how that can create a massive change on a massive scale, not just for Newfoundland, but for around the world. In order to do this project, I need your financial support. I'm fundraising $20,000 to spearhead this project to be able to have the conversations around the weight problem that we have. I've been in the fitness industry for over 10 years. I know that the weight is a symptom of a much larger problem. It's not the problem. In a multi-billion-dollar industry, if weight was the problem, we would have found a solution. Weight is not the problem. It's our culture of silence that continues to be the problem and not dealing with the issues that are creating our weight problem through addictive behaviors such as using substances like food, drugs, alcohol, and avoidance techniques to deal with the emotional pain that we're experiencing. No amount is too big or too small. They're a reward-based system, in a true crowdfunding spirit, which means that you will have an opportunity to select the donation amount that you're comfortable with. And in the true spirit of fitness and wellness, as the owner and operator of TW Fitness and TW Fitness TV, I'm providing levels where you can have access to groundbreaking and innovative ways to start the conversation right now in your own life, so that we can start to create in your life a healthier outcome for your future immediately just by supporting this project. Participation, of course, with the donation is into the fitness programs that you can have access to is not mandatory, but it is highly suggested. What I really want is to tell the story, because I'm extremely passionate about turning around the health of the province, Canada, and globally, to start dealing with the real issues behind obesity. It's an extremely important story to tell. I need your help to tell it. Together, we can change the outcome of the health of the province, as well as the country, and even globally. I want you to put your hand on your heart, and I want you to feel that. That's called purpose, and this is my purpose. And together, I know that we can create a massive amount of change in this world to become a healthier and happier have province.